A lot of people think they just need a better strategy. And in the world of business, entrepreneurship, maybe it's just life, you're never going to out strategize your inner patterns, the program that's running in the background. And the more time that I do what I do and the more years I'm alive, the more I find this as truth. And this is why you can take two different people, put them in the same scenario, and have vastly different outcomes, even if they have the exact same strategy. That's why one client of mine can go into hiring, for instance, and have a great experience, find exactly the right person, and have a great onboarding and great first year with them and build something real. And I can have another person apply the exact same strategy and have a wildly different result. It's not the strategy that's going to make or break it. If you're just applying strategy, you're missing the bigger element. And this is where doing what I do, coaching, mentoring, consulting, takes on something that's more like therapy, at least people's perception of therapy. It's therapy with a solution, because we're not just looking at, here's a better strategy. We're actually looking at, here's what's driving the problems you keep looping in. It's the patterns underneath. Your brain is designed to predict patterns. That's its job. That's all of its job. It looks at prior situations and it says, based on the past, this is what your outcome is going to be. So this is what we do. This is why we get stuck. We get stuck with not applying boundaries, with our ego taking control all the time. We get stuck in these patterns that run the show. And it doesn't matter who enters the scene. If you change environments, you're always running in this pattern, because everywhere you go, there you are. And the chance of you having this pattern repeating in your business and in your home are high. So we can't just keep applying strategies to the symptoms when we have this underlying, festering disease. It just doesn't work like that. When I take my clients through this, there's a few things we have to pay attention to. Number one, we have to build awareness. We can't change something we're unaware of. So if you find yourself sitting in a position where you're constantly having things happen to you, then you are unaware of something in you that you're just simply getting reflected back to you. If people are always disappointing you, there's something in you that you need to address. And the unaware mind wants to put it out here and make it about them. But we don't get control over anybody but ourselves. Everything comes back to our perception of it and then our choice. So we first have to have awareness. We can't change what we refuse to see. Then we have to have our coming to Jesus moment. We have to really get honest with ourselves and put accountability where accountability belongs. And this isn't about shame. This isn't about guilt. We try to make it as objective as possible. Why is it there? How is it impacting everything? And the golden question is, am I willing to change it? Am I willing to do the uncomfortable, unfamiliar, against the prediction to alter the course? We have to have the awareness and then that conversation. And the uncomfortable truth in that conversation is that a lot of people say they want it to change, but they won't take that step because they are not uncomfortable enough in the familiar yet. But as life does, it will keep compounding your discomfort in the unaligned familiar until you actually get to this breaking point of almost desperation to change it. Now, the fear of the unknown is actually less uncomfortable than staying the same. And this is where change happens. So there's no shame in it. We all get there when we get there. But we have to also be honest with ourselves. If you want to have change, we got to go there. So you're either going to get pushed there through extraordinary discomfort, and you might get thrust into it, or you can take a different approach and you can say, this is where I want to be, and I'm going to give myself grace, and I'm going to take small aligned action steps every day. And they don't have to be big. They don't have to be glamorous. They can be small. You don't have to make a big deal out of it. They can be small. So they might be having a conversation that you've been afraid to have. It could be that. It could just be acknowledging how important that conversation is and maybe thinking about or writing down the benefits of having it. Either one of them starts to unravel the pattern we've been running in our brain, and it rewrites a new predictive pattern. So in the beginning, these are very uncomfortable things, depending on how big or how small your action step is. But over time, they become more familiar. They become more like riding a bike. And instead of reaching for the unaligned, comfortable thing of saying yes when we want to say no, or blaming someone else when we're the only one who can change it, we'll reach for what we've decided our new pattern is. And that's taking accountability, drawing a line, not jumping in to fix everybody's problem. This is where actual change starts to happen slowly. None of this is fast. So if you're recognizing that no matter what environment you're in, there is a consistent underlying pattern, or if somebody else has pointed this out to you, then a strategy, another program that's not addressing the real cause, which is you and your patterns, isn't going to solve your problem. It will cost you money. It will cost you time. And the other unfortunate part is it will start to tell another story within you of, I'm just not good enough. I'm not able to do what other people are able to do. And this is a common reoccurring theme. So instead of looking for the strategy outside of you, search for the one in you. That's a strategy call you need to make at this point. I hope this helps. Please like and subscribe to this channel if this is content that you love. There's always more to come. If you check out the description in my bio, I do have online courses and free resources that are meant to help you start to break the patterns that are running the show quietly behind the scenes. Until next time.